Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently making our way through this war. It's taking a little while, but we expected that, of course. This war was always going to be a bit on the lengthy side. This was the more powerful of the two federations, but we've really just swept them aside, and it's been a mop-up action almost this entire time. So that is great, and we're going to continue pushing through. The 9th needs additional orders. They're kind of stuck until their jump drive is up. Or until we discover where this wormhole goes. That's the other option. I mean, we could do something about that, actually. This guy is heading over to here. Now, this wormhole may connect here. So we'll just let that happen for now. The 10th are, of course, waiting for their jump drive to be done. That's going to be done in just a few days here. 21 additional days. So that is wonderful. We're going to grab explosive weapon damage. And the 7th require orders. Their orders are actually to push down this direction. Like so. Great. And let's see here. These guys are in motion. That is fine. The 1st require orders. Their orders... Do they have jump drive available? They do. Their orders are to jump drive over here, although these guys are heading to the center. Okay. After they're done with that jump drive, engage this fleet. And then they can come back and deal with this. I want that fleet dealt with. I'm hoping that this wormhole does, in fact, connect to here. That would be an ideal scenario. The 10th are still waiting on their jump drive, but that won't be too much longer. 3 more days, and then we're going to jump drive over to this region. And it is available now. So over we go. Fantastic. I'm noticing that we shouldn't jump drive here. We're instead going to jump drive here, because this is not actually connected. Okay. Fantastic. We're currently involved in 2 planetary invasions, which is, you know, better. That's certainly better than it has been in the past. We should probably consider getting rid of a couple of star bases. This is a good option, as is this one. Wonderful. Now I'm hoping that this wormhole connects here. If it doesn't, we'll jump drive down and explore it from this end. This is a planetary invasion.
Planet has been secured.
Indeed. Excellent. And we will go ahead and jump drive these guys, say, to here. And we'll go ahead and land there. Wonderful.
An enemy planet has been
There's another one. These guys have finished up. And we will just jump drive them in here. It's faster to jump drive than it is to just go in normally. And since we're going to invade, we'll just reset the jump drive cooldown anyway. So we may as well jump drive it on in. The 10th are in position over here, and they are going to just continue fighting over in this region. Wonderful. The 1st require orders. They've finished up this fleet. They're going to grab Kelsum and then over to Rasnum. And then after that, they're going to come back to Nedum like that. Excellent. Wonderful. The 7th require additional orders. And it's complicated. We could jump drive them to Mizar. I would prefer to do that if it was connected to anything. And it kinda isn't. That said, we have fleets over here, so let's jump drive it there. It's gonna get stuck for like, what is it, 200 days? 150 days? I forget what the actual cooldown is, but it's gonna be a while.
A study has been completed.
Okay. Edict duration finishing up, that's fine. We'll grab food from jobs, not that we need it. The 6th combat fleet can go ahead and grab this territory, like so. Fantastic. And yeah, we're going to push into Mandus here. That is completely fine. It won't be long now, and they will have very little left that we don't have occupied. Like, they are having difficulty replacing their ships at this point. I'm hoping that the AI war ends. Like, that is the preferred situation here. That they end their war and call it good. Because I want to fully wipe them out, ideally. And we can't do that as long as they're at war with the AI. Okay, these guys are going to get stuck. We knew that. The 9th Combat Fleet, we don't yet know where that connects. It does not connect here. Okay, that's actually almost a good thing. We're going to make our way down over this way so that we actually can jump drive to here. Excellent. Hello, Month Tick. One of these days it'll finish up. There we go. Pirates.
A study has been completed.
There are indeed pirates here. We can send... Is there anybody super close to a gateway? You're not. You're not. You're not, although you do need orders. You can push up over this way like so. And I'm just checking to see if there's anybody... I mean, we could send the 2nd over there. That is an option. We send the 2nd in, and then immediately right back. Like that.
A special project.
That's probably okay. I just clicked through that. The implants were removed. I probably shouldn't have clicked through that one. I was interested in seeing what that said, but I can go back and read it on the video, I suppose, after I pause the video in that spot. That's an option, but I would have preferred that I did not do that. The 8th is currently chilling over here, and we're going to tell them to go ahead and attack like so. Excellent.
An enemy planet has been secured.
Okay, where is this transport fleet going to need to go? Oh, they can actually come over here. Do it. We'll grab Burabit. As soon as the game lets me. Game? Can I... Apparently I can't right-click on Burabit. That's an odd thing. Maybe once they jump in here? They should arrive pretty soon.
An enemy planet has been secured.
Yeah, that's the 2nd one that we just took. This will tick and grab. Excellent. And then we'll jump drive to here. We should be able to right-click on it like that, though. That's the weird thing. Okay, so these guys are coming in over here. I definitely can't right-click on this. And I don't know why. That is bizarre. Well, we'll see after the jump drive here. Maybe it's like a weird out-of-range thing? This is pretty close to the edge of the jump drive's range, so I suppose that's a possibility. So we're now in system, and now we can right-click. Okay, that's really weird. But whatever. How are we doing on our... exotic gases and rare crystals? Not doing the best? That's okay. We can't jump drive this fleet just yet. 147 more days. The 3rd require orders, and we're going to tell them to come on into Gafia. These guys are coming in that way as well, but that's fine. Actually, we could... Do we have jump drive available here? We do. We could jump drive them down to Nuprin. That's exactly what we're going to do. The 4th is... Honestly, it doesn't have a lot that it needs to do. We can jump drive up to here. That'll be fine. The 9th is, of course, chilling over here, as we expected. I'm interested in seeing... Are we in jump drive range? Not quite. We're going to need to move slightly further, and then we can jump drive over. That's fine. This was, of course, completely expected. Just waiting for us to enter hyperspace here. Should be any time now. Where is this? Goffia, that's fine. Okay. We're in a month tick. That explains a lot.
An enemy planet has been
And grabbing an enemy planet. Okay. So we've successfully grabbed over here, and that will tick over to our control now. Then we'll jump drive over to Straddle. Excellent. And we will land on Rikichi's Roost again. Once again, I can't right-click this. I think because there's no path here. I think that's what's going on there. The 4th have jump drived in over here, and they can definitely enter orbit. Perfect. The 7th are, of course, stuck here for now. There's this area over here. However, it would appear they're taking this back. Interesting. The 8th is in need of coming down over this way. And once there, it can come up like that. Wonderful. The 7th can't be jump drived quite yet. This transport fleet needs to be told to actually land over here. Perfect. This one is being built. And this transport fleet is invading. That is fine. Excellent. We can now jump drive over here as soon as this month tick is over anyway. So let's go ahead and jump drive to here. And then once here, we are going to explore that natural wormhole.
A study has been completed.
Excellent. The 3rd combat fleet is going to come down to Dothan. The 4th is... I told you to come attack this station, I feel like, but okay. We're going to tell them now to come attack the station for sure.
An enemy planet has been secured.
Okay, we've successfully invaded over here. That is wonderful. Looks like they've taken back this territory. That's kind of whatever. But we want to make sure that we have this over here. In fact, we should come this direction. Like that. Excellent. Now, what do we want to do with this particular transport fleet? We could bring it over this way, and then from there jump drive to Regulus. That could very easily work, and I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to make sure to enter orbit here, and then we're going to push in over this way. Excellent. The 9th is still chilling here, waiting to find out where this wormhole goes. 2nd has returned back to their L-gate position. That is great. And we'll just have them enter orbit of the L-gate.
A worldly invasion.
There we go. The 7th does not yet have their jump drive available. It will be pretty soon. That is great. And we clearly need to deal with some starbases. So let's see what we've got. This shipyard definitely can go. These stations can definitely go. Excellent. This will keep us quite well suited in terms of our star bases for a while. We should start, or rather, we should stop conquering star bases relatively soon because there's only so many more regions to attack, right? We're getting close on that front. Okay, there we go. The 4th require orders. Do we have anywhere for them to go? They could come over this way, I suppose. We'll just get them in position for that jump. Wonderful. The 5th are over here, and they're just kind of chilling. I suppose we could put them in over here. And it looks like the 10th has had some guys come in behind it. We're going to pursue them. At least as best we can. The 7th is, of course, not having its jump drive ready to go. The 9th is still waiting for this wormhole to be explored, but we are just about there, so that's great.
An enemy planet has been secured.
Okay, we will go ahead and... Where do we want to go next? Up over here? Vinjim? Sure. We'll go to Vinjim, and we will go ahead and land on Draku. Again, we can't queue that up because we have no path available. Where does this wormhole connect? Convenient. That means we no longer need to move the 4th combat fleet over here. That means that the 8th combat, or rather not the 8th, the 9th combat fleet is able to pop out over here. We can go in there via the wormhole. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. So far, so good. Now, the 7th still doesn't have orders. We're kind of running out of places to attack, though, right? I mean, sure, they have all these occupied holdings that we can't actually contest. And I'm wondering when they actually deal with this war. Like, when do they end this? The defenders are at 97% war exhaustion. This is what type of war? This is just an offensive war? It doesn't actually say what their war goals are. Interesting. I'm not sure what type of war that is, but it doesn't appear to be total war. We'll go ahead and grab energy credits from jobs. That'll be fine. Excellent. This transport fleet needs something to be doing, and we'll go ahead and land on Dracu. And this transport fleet needs something to be doing. They, of course, can jump drive over to Regulus, and from there, we do actually have a path here, so we can just land our armies over here. Did I... No. Okay. I was going to say, did I accidentally unqueue the jump drive order? But no, that's not what happened. Good. Okay, go on in over here. That'll be fine. The 7th, we really don't have that much for them to be doing right now. The 9th, of course, attacked over here, and I would love to attack over here, but this is occupied by the Packery, which is not useful for us. Okay.
A study has been completed.
Fantastic. That is explosive weapon damage finishing up.
A worldly invasion has begun.
And, of course, we have multiple invasions in progress. We'll grab this territory. And that'll be just fine. However, there's getting to be less and less of the Star Concord left all the time. Now, it does bear noting, we have a bit of a problem in our sectors. Specifically, the problem lies in our frontier sector, which I'm just minimizing all these other sectors for now. Because these aren't being managed by a governor. And that's definitely something that we're concerned about. They have armies in orbit? Oh, so they do. But these armies are irrelevant, honestly. They're not going to succeed. However, we'll wait to deal with this until we are done with this war and we can deal with it all at once, I think. So that'll be fine. Third combat fleet, are there any targets available for it? Well, we'll find out after this month tick, to be sure.
A study has been completed.
Kinda no. I mean, there's this over here, I suppose. We could, in theory... Hello, planetary invasion succeeding. We could, in theory, jump drive to here. Although, we don't need to, because we have this fleet right here, ready to be ordered to move in. Okay. So we have successfully invaded over here. That will tick in a moment. The Estragon Kingdom is now dead. It is no more. Okay, that's great. The Star Concord is, of course, still extant. And we will need to figure out where we want to attack next. 228 days? Okay. We're just going to jump drive down to here, and then we'll probably have to manually fly over to here. The 9th Combat Fleet. Are there any targets available for it? Kinda no. Okay. Honestly, at this point, we should just be looking for targets. And then try to find a nearby fleet, rather than trying to make sure our fleets are busy. With the possible exception of this fleet, of course. we should definitely make sure that we have all of this territory. Yeah, they do have some of this over here. Noted. The 7th actually could jump drive over to here and deal with this. And so we shall. Excellent. This transport fleet does require orders, however, and after this month tick, we will make sure to give it some. It has, of course, come in over here, and its jump drive is on cooldown. We can't immediately reset that cooldown, so we're going to make our way over, and we're going to land over here. Excellent. This transport fleet also requires orders, and there are several locations to land on here. So we'll land on Gisht next, and then Shix, and that will be great. Anything for the 9th to do? Not exactly. Okay. Rising unemployment, yeah, those could be expected. We can grab army health. Wonderful. The horizon signal. Reprise. The black hole in Uzab Vortex is active again. Once again, a looping signal flickers in the darkness at the edge of normal space. But this time, there's an acoustic message encoded in the signal. It sounds very like Daunton's voice. What was shall be, Daunton intones. What shall be, was. Then the same coordinates as the first signal, the coordinates where Daunton was lost, what the media has christened the exit point. Then they say a name. Buston. Buston volunteers to go, permit it, permit them to go, but rig their ship's drive to detonate. You know what, we'll just tell them to go. What could possibly go wrong?
An enemy planet has been secured.
Excellent. So we need to give additional orders over here, of course, and we will go ahead and land on Shix. Glorious. Okay, so how are we doing over here? We definitely need to tell these guys to get to the center of the system. There we go. And then these guys are now down in this area. I would not mind coming on down here. Wonderful. At this point, we're mostly just waiting on our armies to finish invading, right? So that's a thing. Which, that's one of them done right now. Excellent. You can always tell, because it's not a month tick. Okay, it's not this army, of course. It is this one. We will go ahead and jump drive to Yidixa, and then we will grab Yidixa 2. Fantastic. There's only so many more locations to invade. We are making very good progress here. This time, the ship is running fully automated. Buston is the only crew member aboard. As it approaches the exit point, the telemetry stream fills up with fascinating data. Once again, space flexes, gravity uncoils. Buston reads off the headline data, echoing the telemetry. They're commendably calm. We've sent a professional. It takes a little while for anyone to realize that something is peculiar about the timing. Buston is no longer echoing the data, they're predicting it. The telemetry disagrees, but only for a few seconds until it catches up. The monitoring team is just reporting that the prediction interval is increasing when Buston says, wonderingly, I'm through. It's dark, they add. That's not a problem. We can live in the dark. I never thought of that, but, of course, we can live here forever. If the worm will only wait. At that moment, the signal cuts out, and the ship disappears from our team's sensors. We can say it's horrible, regrettable, or fascinating, and we're going to go with, this is fascinating. Excellent. Okay, so that's Science Officer Buston gone, but that's okay. Let's see. Do we have anything else for this science ship to do? Yes, actually. It can come over here. There is no route to get there. Oh, of course, that connects here. We would have to jump drive. Right. Okay, we'll just chill with that for now. The construction ship isn't doing anything. And it probably should be. So we'll build mining stations here, and then we will build a starbase here. Excellent. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we will potentially wrap up our mopping up here. We're getting close. We're getting super close. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.